This is the Voice of the Land podcast.
I did want to get into the Indians a little bit because
you hate the Indians.
I don't hate the Indians.
Don't hate
the Indians. Tyler and I
every time they lose, I get a text message of I was right. They suck.
Every time they win, I get a text message.
I'm a Cleveland fan. You're not. I don't know what to tell you.
Fair enough. Yeah. Host a Cleveland podcast. Yeah. No, I'm not a Cleveland fan at all. So, well, thanks for coming on. See you later. So, no, I wanted to talk about the Indians because since the trade of Mike Clevenger, this is whenever I've become. You want to say not a fan of the Indians, hoping for the worst.
Yes.
Very poor fan. Yeah. Thanks.
You've become the guy in the outfield from Major League that just
from Major League 2
hates them. Yeah.
They'll blow it in the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll blow it in the playoffs.
Right. Well,
that
I did just want to put out there, the Indians are 5-5 since trading Mike Clevenger back on August 31st.
I'm sure bring that up after we've lost 2 in a row.
Well, they're now 2.5 games back of the White Sox in the division as well.
Yeah, but they're in the wild card, so they're fine.
I saw a prediction that the Indians are a 99.6% chance of making start knocking on wood to make the playoffs there. Where are you at with this team? You personally, where are you at with this Indians team? Do you feel comfortable? Are they a World Series contender?
Contender, yeah. I'm all in, man. Pitching wins in the playoffs. I'm all about them.
Okay.
As long as Ramirez, Lindor, somehow every time the Indians get on a full season.
Sure.
Whenever the Indians get right to before the playoffs, somebody
gets injured.
Yeah. Like Carrasco or somebody. Every year it was somebody. You know, and it was
last
as long
year.
As they
Kluber,
just get our full lineup in there. It's not the best lineup, but we have bats that can they can change a playoff game.
Okay.
They're not.
How many bats do you think could change a playoff game in this lineup?
Ramirez, Lindor, and Reyes. Really,
3.
And Santana, I guess I would put him in there. So Santana
can
get a hold of him every once in a while.
He gets on base too.
Yeah,
he gets the dude walks all the time.
Yeah,
So
and they've 3 out of the 4 have been there.
Okay,
so they know playoffs.
But you're looking at the top half of the line. This is where you and I come in to differ. Okay, now once again I've been up since 4 a.m. So I've been up and at 'em all morning. I've been looking over some stats.
Oh, great.
Okay. So since the Indians traded Mike Clevenger back on August 31st, going into that, they've played 10 games. Once again, 5-5 in those games, but they've lost, they were in the division lead. Now they're down, 2.5 games to the White Sox and I believe a game to the Twins last night.
And what? There's only 16 games left or something?
Believe so.
15,
Yeah. Believe 15 games left. That being said, the Indians the Indians outfield, which is what, once again, everyone that's watching this podcast and listening to this podcast, I've told you that I was worried the moment that they traded Clev and didn't get a big bat back for him. I thought that was a huge mistake. I understand the Indians' outlook of wanting to go future, because that's how they always got to do it.
Always.
They're a small market ball club. Okay, mid level if you want to put it at best. At best. But the way that I'm looking at it, you got to win this year, because Frankie, there are already talks of him going to the Dodgers. Possibly getting traded to the Dodgers in the offseason. The Dodgers just want to load up on everything. They got to win a World Series with all the money that they're spending. They are trying to be Yankees of 2000.
You're making my point, though. They have all these guys every year. They trade for everybody. They go all in at the trade deadline. They do all this.
They make it to the World Series every single year.
But have they won it?
If they didn't,
we went to the World Series with
if it wasn't for
Kluber,
if it was and Andrew Miller, which they made at the trade deadline, they needed a bullpen person at that moment in time. They needed someone, and they went out and got that person. They didn't do that this year, and that's my issue with this. If they had gone out and got someone, I'm just asking for Clint Frazier. I'm not looking for Mike Trout. Okay, I'm not looking for Ken Griffey Jr. I'm looking for Clint Frazier, a 270 hitter with 5 home runs and 20 RBI. That's all I need.
Terrible season. That's not good at all.
Josh Naylor any better? Josh Naylor 230,
maybe
1 home run, 5 RBI.
The Indians always get it right in the long run.
Do they?
So we'll do this podcast in 2 years, and we'll see who's better.
We'll see who's better then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, once again,
I'm just saying they don't have to have all these superstars or all these bats.
And I understand
to
that,
win a World Series.
But
They can go
Clint
out
Frazier could have certified your back end of your lineup and given you more pop and given somebody to put
That's what
fear.
Tyler Naquin's for.
Anthony, I know you're watching this. Anthony Reiner, our buddy, I know you're watching this. I know you love that comment.
Yeah, that's what Tyler Naquin's for.
It's not what Tyler Naquin's for.
Yes, it is.
The Indians.
Inside the park
do it
home
in the camera. There you go. Yeah.
Inside the park home run.
Right. Yeah. Well,
In the playoffs. How cool would that be?
That'd be awesome. It's not happening.
Line it up.
The Indians outfield since the trade. Once again, stop getting me off topic. They have 103 at bats. This is all three offense. Everyone that plays an outfield position.
This is what you're doing at 4 in the morning?
Yes.
Okay.
I got nothing better to do. Okay.
Okay.
103 at bats between the three outfielders.
Sure.
How many hits do they have?
I don't know, Nick. You woke up at 4 in the morning to find out.
21. 21.
21 out of 103?
That's 203 batting average. They have one home run between all three of them. We're going on since September 1st. It is September 12th right now. Okay. We're almost
There's still time.
We're almost 2 weeks into it. We have one home run between three people. We have 2 doubles between 3 people. We have 1 triple.
Well, they're not fast.
Well, they shouldn't be quick. Yeah. They have 1 triple. So you're looking at 4 extra base hits within 10 games between 3 people.
Yeah, it's not a big enough sample size for me.
You're looking at 7 RBI.
Yep.
In 10 games, 7 RBI. You're looking at 22 strikeouts. They have more strikeouts than they do hits.
Well, so, I mean,
And you
actually,
and
how many major league players in a season have more hits than strikeouts?
We're not looking at Giancarlo Stanton.
Hey, how many? Yeah, he's pretty good and he strikes out a lot. So these guys might be the next Aaron Judge. You don't know. There's not enough big enough sample size. There's not a big enough sample size for me to acknowledge this. Yeah, there's not enough. Yeah, this sample size is not. Yeah, I'm not going to acknowledge it. This whole like.
So you don't think a 10-game sample size in a 60-game year?
Should have woken up earlier and come up with some better stats because they're not doing it for me. Okay. I'm not buying it. I'm all in. I'm all in on the Indians. I'm fine with their outfield. Okay. Don't even put an outfield out there then. Just
don't?
Just
play with 6?
If that's what you're saying, they're basically doing.
That's what it looks like they're doing.
They'll be fine.
It looks like they got 9 people, out on the field.
Yeah.
And you're only batting 6.
Hey, in the playoffs, as long as you got Bieber, he can do what Kluber did, and
really,
we'll just go
because
for it.
last night against the Minnesota Twins,
here we go.
Bieber had his first loss.
Everybody, this was a setup.
Gotcha. Bieber had his first loss of the year. Bieber is without a doubt the Cy Young award winner. Just give it to him.
Right.
Like, he probably is the MVP.
Right.
Stay
healthy.
Just give it to him. He just broke the 100K record, within, I believe it was 60 innings.
62, I think.
62. Okay, thank you. Another stat that they had last night. So Bieber has that going on for him. Another stat against you is that this offense is producing the worst batting average for an Indians club of all time. They are on pace to break the worst all-time batting average for the Indians club.
Through what? Through 60 games?
Through a season.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
technically, it'd be a season.
Yeah. Well, technically, it's not a full season. It's 60 games. So it's like,
you going to count the World Series winner?
They haven't even warmed up yet.
They haven't even warmed up.
They're just getting warmed up, man.
What is this, April?
Yeah.
This,
basically, if you think about the way the season went, it's about June. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is when they're supposed to get hot. Yeah. If that's the case, within the next couple of weeks, because we only have once again
what's worrying me the
2
most
weeks left.
Yeah, that worries me the most is if Tito's going to be back for the playoff run or not.
And that is something that is major.
That's
a lot of people aren't
now.
Bringing that up.
Yeah.
Not enough people are bringing that up because I do believe
Almar's doing a great job.
Oh, Sandy's doing as good as he could possibly do. But I think Tito does bring that extra level for that. If you want to, come at me and say like, the outfield doesn't make that big of a difference, it doesn't
matter if Tito's in the dugout.
But if Tito is there, I feel more comfortable as a fan watching this club.
Yeah, The outfield doesn't worry me as much as Tito does going into the playoffs. Okay, is what I'm saying.
Now, to close up this portion, here for the Indians, I want to know, because I don't know the next time we're going to have you on the podcast. Hopefully soon. But I want to know.
Probably not after this show.
Maybe not
attacking me at 4 in the morning stats.
Right, absolutely. I want to know though, how far do the Indians go? Be real.
See, I felt a lot better when they weren't the wild card, when they win the division and don't have that, the whole wild card scenario.
But 8 teams make the playoffs now. I mean, it's like,
I know, but I'm saying like
half the league gets in.
What's the format exactly on it?
I think there's like a 3-game. There's like a 3-game set.
I'm good about. I don't like us in a. I love us in a 1-game throw Bieber out there.
Yeah, you're set.
You're fine.
Right.
But it just, I don't see anybody in the American League that is really
like running away.
There's no
with
like Houston, like from the last couple of years. There's no Dodgers on our,
Yeah.
So I can see them getting to the American League Championship or even the World Series.
Okay.
I can see that happening, just based off of there's not that much difference in talent between Minnesota, because they have a better lineup, but their pitching's nowhere near the Indians, and then the Yankees. Yankees are just. The Yankees are just hurt, so it's like,
right.
They would be my biggest worry, but I'm not worried about them right now. It doesn't even look like they're going to have some of their studs for the playoff run.
Right.
So it's, I can see them being in the World Series.
There's only like one team that I'm a little concerned with because we always suck against them.
Minnesota.
I was gonna say the A's. Like for some reason we never compete well against the A's.
Yeah.
Minnesota, like we swept them earlier in the year. Like I feel kind of better about that, even after losing last night.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay with it because it's not like they were crushing the ball.
No, I hate seeing division opponents in the playoffs scare me because they just know you so well.
Right.
You can sneak up on, like we did when we snuck up on Boston and like
the Yankees, of
the
past,
the Blue Jays and all that year we went to like that was, they didn't know us that well, so we were able to go. Like the Twins have seen Bieber, they beat them last night. It's like that's not who I want to see. I don't want to see the White Sox or the Twins. So.
Okay. Well, once again, we're going to figure this all out. I think, the Indians are probably you're looking at a squad that is definitely going to make the playoffs. I mean, there's no doubt about that. 99.6. 0.6.
Still saying there's a chance.
Right. There's still that 0.4%. But I do believe that they're going to make the playoffs. I think that you're going to see a deeper run with this team. But once again, what's going to bite them in the ass is going to be that outfield production. That 6 through 9 production that, once again, all I wanted was that one outfield bat. That's all. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
But
it's on record. We know.
Right. Yeah. It is on record.